Okay, section 3 says now that we've figured out what emotions are and what kinds of things influence how we, in general, express emotions, let's look at how what are some concrete steps that we can take so that we can express emotions effectively. You might already be really good at expressing your emotions, but I'm going to guess that you are better expressing some emotions than other emotions. So let's take a look at this. Why should you bother to try to express emotions effectively? Well, we know that people who know how to share their feelings are healthier. If you don't share your feelings and you're always bottling them up, at a certain point, you're going to blow, probably. That said, it's not a good idea to overexpress your emotions. That can cause problems in your relationship. I think it's really interesting that when I was growing up, we were definitely told that we should find an outlet for anger. I might be surprised to know that as a child, I had a really bad temper. And I used to have temper tantrums. I remember lying on the floor, kicking and screaming, and that was definitely not acceptable for a female when I was growing up. Um, and so my parents were looking for other outlets for me. And they never did get me a punching bag, but they used to think that they were just going to get some kind of a what's the heavy punching bag and hang it in the basement. And when I got angry, I could go down and wail on it. But today, in today's society, they've realized that even lashing out at an inanimate object when you are angry is not really a good thing. It's better to deal with it and let the anger go. In any case, I sidetracked myself. So the idea is we need to learn how to express our emotions constructively. If we can do this, we can improve relationships. So what do we need to do? The first thing is to recognize what you are feeling. Remember at the very beginning, we said that when you are in the grip of a strong emotion, your body doesn't know what emotion you're feeling. You just realize that your heart is beating fast and your mouth is dry and your palms are sweaty. So it's important for you to be able to, take a step back and say, okay, something's going on. What exactly am I feeling? So you can monitor your physiological changes in your nonverbal behavior. And then we're going to get to this next one. Are you going to say something? Are you going to let it go? Or are you going to actually put your thoughts into words and then send the message to somebody else? If you decide to do that, you want to choose the best language. There's a chart on page 240 with more words than you will ever probably use. Descriptive terms for emotions. They list tired as an emotion. I just don't think tired's an emotion. I think it's a physiological. But anyway, okay. So if you say, "Oh, I don't know, I just feel off," well, you just feel off because you're impatient, you're insecure, you're irritable, you're edgy, you're weary. So, might be a good idea. Pick a word and decide that you're going to figure out a time you actually felt that way. Okay. It is very possible that you can feel multiple emotions. So your best friend says to you, I just got the job of my dreams and I'm moving to California. How are you going to feel? I'm going to guess you're going to feel thrilled for your friend, possibly a little jealous because maybe you're not working the job of your dreams, and you're also going to feel sad because your best friend is moving to the other side of the country. So it is not at all uncommon to experience several emotions at the same time, and you can say that. I'm so happy for you and I'm so sad for myself that I'm really going to miss you. Okay. The fourth one is to realize that just because you feel something. You don't have to act on it. You know, I had to definitely learn the hard way that acknowledging that I was, or feeling angry and acknowledging that I was angry was maybe enough. I did not have to have a temper tantrum. It'd be kind of embarrassing, I guess, if I did. So I had to realize that it was okay for me to feel angry, but it wasn't okay for me to kick and scream and roll around on the floor. That'd be kind of funny if I did that in the classroom these days. Okay, so don't be afraid that because you are saying, "Oh wow, I'm feeling really sad," that you're going to burst into tears, or that you're saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm furious." You're not going to go around biting people. Okay. Number 5 is to accept responsibility for your feelings. It's a good idea to use I language when you are saying, instead of "you make me angry," which we will talk about in section 4, you want to say something like, "I feel angry when you dance the polka in the living room," whatever it is. And then the last one is to think about where is the best time and place to express your emotions. So let's just say there's, we're in the classroom and someone in the classroom is doing something, maybe it's kind of silly, but it's repeated and repeated. And so I'm getting aggravated. Is it okay for me to say calmly, who am I going to pick on? To say, "Jamie, I don't appreciate your behavior. The silliness has got to stop because you're making me angry. I can't say that because I'm feeling angry." Maybe I say, "Hey, Jamie, can you stay after class? I got to talk to you for a second." And then I say that privately. I know this is not expressing an emotion, but I have seen in movies and I've read about this in books, when the couple was married and the guy decides he wants a divorce, he takes his wife out to dinner and tells her at dinner. I think feeling that if they are in public, she's that social convention, well, ladies shouldn't be angry and definitely not going to be angry and express anger in public. So I would ask you to think about a situation that you have found to be emotionally fraught. Maybe you want to share this emotion with someone. How are you going to do it? Can you go through all 6 of these steps? Okay, we're going to take another break. This last section that we're going to get to is very long. I'm going to split it into 2 parts because once I go over 10 minutes, it takes about 24 hours for the video to load.